amazing. I can't take my eyes off some of that video. Michael Sadler is here with me, the lead singer from none other than Saga. What? Give me the year. What do you think? When's that from?
That's got to be, well, when did I 83, 84?
About 83 or 84?
About that, yeah.
Man, what's it like to play in those? It looked like that was a big audience.
Well, that's the fun part. I mean, we've been together now 28 years. We were talking about it, and which already is a miracle. But it's that 2 hours every night, 2.5 hours every night. That's, I mean, being away from home and traveling, that's, you know, that's inconsequential in the meantime. But that 2 hours, that's magic. That's,
what's the biggest crowd you've ever played for?
Anywhere between 75 and 90,000 people in Germany.
No
we did
kidding.
Rock am Ring, and it was just a sea of people. It was.
How does that feel? And every pair of eyes is on you.
Oh, thanks. It was fine until now.
When you say it that way.
The first couple of songs, you're really... actually, it lasts about half a song, and then when you just go with it, and you just... I mean, the emotion is so high that you just...
Yeah, it must feel incredible. So let's go back a little ways. 77, 78, you're driving a cab?
That was one of the few things I did. I was actually... I'd been in a band with Jim Crichton, and that band broke up, and he continued with Flood for a while, and I was... I got out of the business and started doing graphic arts. I was selling graphic arts. I had the company car and three-piece suit, and he called me one day and said, want to come over and sing on some songs I wrote? So I did, and the next day I went to work, came home, looked in the mirror, and I thought, who is that guy? And I quit my job the next day, and we started writing songs. 77.
That's very bold. Just quit the job and start doing it now.
Well, I realized that I was doing the wrong thing. I mean,
right. But a lot of people do, and it's very hard to make that transition still. It can be a hard thing, especially when it's going into something like music, which is
risky at the best of times. You never know
how it's going to turn out. So you put out an album, I believe it was the first album, and then that was also shipped as an import over to Germany.
Well, that was the initial success. Our biggest break came in Germany, and it was imports at the time, which got us signed because we were selling so many imports. The first two markets were Germany and Puerto Rico, and to this day I still don't know the correlation between the two. We were selling more, well, we weren't selling a lot of records in Puerto Rico. A lot of people knew the music, but like 10 people would buy it and 100 people had copies. But those two markets, and it was a very strange thing. I don't know why. I think maybe the classical elements got the Germans going, and the rhythmic elements got the Puerto Ricans going.
Was Wind 'Em Up the first big hit?
On the Loose was big in America, while Wind 'Em Up was big in Germany, and then they switched. So. But On the Loose was the big one in North America first.
And now you're working on another album?
We're working on another studio album, and our last studio album is coming out in Canada shortly. Network will be out soon. We're in the middle of doing a new one right now. We popped in to do this because we're going to Berlin tomorrow to do a TV show there. Back to the studio and record. We've got that studio album coming out. We've got the Chapters album recorded live in Germany, which is coming out. So. And a lot of things going on.
Must feel good that the audience is still there, the demand's still there.
We have very faithful fans.
That's fantastic. Yeah. Well, they're all going to be performing. I think it's the big one of the big ones you're doing, isn't it? Are you doing Wind 'Em Up?
We're actually not. We're going to do On the Loose.
Are you?
Yes,
okay, very good. Stick around. Saga will be performing in just a couple of minutes. Michael Sadler, thank you so much.
Thank you.